What is happening? Magnacites, the Mordish Thor, is descended from the throne of thought to answer your question. So this brother writes, he needs some advice on sales, okay? So I'm gonna make this email short and sweet. After basically being unemployed for 2 years, I recently attracted a job that will give me the experience I've been waiting for. Did you hear what he said? He said he attracted a job. This is a man who studies the law of attraction. Interesting, sir. Says, it's a sales position and I'm looking to move up to management. The management experience is what I really want because I'd eventually like to run my own nightclub at some point in my life. I watched your video on the pros and cons of sales and it was very informative. However, I'd like to know if you have any advice to help me get the most out of starting at the bottom while I'm working and moving my way to the top. Any personal money management or personal investment tips will help as well. Thank you. P.S. Please address dealing with egos and office politics if you feel it's applicable. Thanks again. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, dealing with the egos in the office, you deal with a lot of lazy and, on the other hand, very insecure people when you're dealing with sales. Trust me on this. The few are the ones that are the most successful and that usually have the smaller egos. They're humble and they just perform. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Go in there and do your own thing. Because, see, I'm not brash, arrogant and everything, you know. I'm not Vegeta. I don't talk about how I'm the Prince of all Saiyans and you're a low-level soldier. I don't do that. I'm Goku. I just go in. Well, I'm split. I got two sides of their personality. Sorry, my forehead's itching for some reason. I got both sides of their personalities slightly. It depends. But, stick with me right here. I'm Goku. I go in there and I just perform, you know. And when people are like, wow, you did great, I'm kind of like, thanks. I'm not like, well, of course, I'm the Prince of all sales. I'm not like that, you know. I'm just like, thanks, you know, I appreciate it. And I go and do my thing. You know who I compete with? You know who I compete to be the best with? Me. That's it. My own numbers. You know, some offices actually put up the numbers weekly so you know what you're tracking for. Me personally, I walk in, I look at my own numbers and I keep moving. I remember one time I was sitting at my desk and this one salesperson called another one on the phone and they said to him, they're like, oh, what the numbers say? And she was like, oh, this and that, he's here, he's there. And I heard her say, where's Tyrone at? I'm like, was she fucking competing with me? But that's what drives some people. And it's something that you have to learn to deal with. Don't let it make you angry. Some people are just like that. You know, it's not your style to compete with their egos. You just become the best that you can be. Because the cool thing about it is that when you're humble, people respect you more. When they know that you're not out to get them and beat their numbers, you know, they're more personable to you and they'll teach you more of what you need to know about sales. You got what I'm saying? So that's what I would do about the whole egos thing. As far as money tips, man, save and invest. The best book that I ever read, and he put it so simply, just so simple, is by Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Get it and read it over and over and over again. And while you're reading it, also get his game, Cash Flow. Get it. It's like a $300 game. But trust me, it teaches you the proper way to manage your money. The reason why he didn't sell it so cheap is because if he sold it very cheap, people wouldn't think the game had any value. You know how people are. You don't think it ain't got no value unless it's got a high price tag. So people are like, what? The game is $250, $300? Goddamn, motherfucker. That game must work. Me and Sarah actually played that game. We have to get back to playing it because you get out of practice. And then what's funny is you're going to find out how stupid you are and how stupid you've been with your money. He's going to make you feel real dumb if you read Rich Dad Poor Dad, okay? And once you start playing the game, you're going to be like, oh shit, okay. This is how I should handle my finances. This is how, shit. But then you're going to be on your way. And you're going to be better than most of the population in finances because you're going to know exactly how to do things. And you ain't going to do it the poor man's way. You're going to do it the rich man's way. So that's what you need to know about the finances. And then, hey, just like anything else, you read. The more you read, the more videos you watch, the more articles you read, and the more you practice and apply it perfectly, you're going to become the greatest version of yourself. You become a badass salesman, and you'll become a badass manager. And then with all that talent, you'll be able to sell, market, and manage your own nightclub. And then what most people look to do is they look to bring in another manager because you want to reap the benefits of your hard work. Say you get to the point where you're doing so well, you got several nightclubs. Hey, shit. And the cool thing about it is, as management, you will learn how to build a great team. That's what management is about. Because you can't get to the top without building a great team. Like, even when whether you're an actor, whether you're a businessman, a musician, whoever you are, if you're looking to get to the top of what you do, your business team, your lawyers, your managers, you know what I mean? All that stuff, you have to build that team because you can't do everything yourself. One thing, the biggest weakness that self-employed people have is they think that they can do everything themselves. You can't do everything yourself. You have to learn to delegate. President can't do everything his motherfucking self. If he could, he wouldn't have to have the cabinet and advisors and all these other people to help him out. You know what I'm saying? Your advisors are there to advise you. Donald Trump got advisors. He got board members, okay? Sorry, I'm stuck for a second. I was trying to think of another name. All these men out there, Zuckerberg, he got advisors. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Gates. He got advisors. Everybody at the top of the motherfucking game got advisors. You know what I'm saying? Okay? You know, actors have their publicists, their management team, all that stuff to help them get the most, and you have to trust them. If they're in line with your energy, you're going to run into the right people anyway. So when you get in there, you're going to start performing already. You're reading sales books, becoming the best salesperson you can, but at the same time, read management books. From Good to Great is a great book to read for management and for just building a business. It's a very interesting book. Get From Good to Great, okay? And then you're like, damn, like I'm getting good at this. Damn, I know my sales position back to front to back. Nobody's better than me in this fucking office. You keep that inside. You just let the numbers show I'm the motherfucking best. Okay, when they see your numbers, it don't just say, hey, he closed at 80% and this much $1,000 per quarter. No, it says I'm the motherfucking best. That's what they see. You got what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So you the best at your game, and then they're like, we ain't got no choice but to bring this man to management because we want him to train them the way he's been trained. He's a fucking thoroughbred. So once the thoroughbred starts trotting, you know, he getting the other thoroughbreds with him. And once you become management, you get rid of the weak links, and then you build the strong links. See, when I was at ADT Security, there was a point where I wanted to be management. And I brought in, I talked to my manager about hiring a couple people. One of them was Sarah. You know, I can see sales talent in people. And she ended up becoming the best in her damn division. Okay? I always told Sarah, I said, you're as good or better than me in sales. Trust me, you're not working with your full potential yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how good she is. And she became the best. Okay? You know, I brought in a couple other people who also became very good at what they did. I know how to build a team. Because as a good salesman, you know what to look for. So you got management, you're doing your thing. I'm telling you, you're going to be fine, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to ramble on too long, brother. But I hope I done helped you out. Write down the tips I done told you. Read from Good to Great. Read from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read go get the cash flow game. Learn about your finances, and then only build on that. Those are only a few things. Just, you don't want to never be like Batman. Batman in the comics done mastered every martial art on the planet, because he got to be ready for everything, right? That's right. If he only know how to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and this motherfucker wrestling him with Sambo and he ain't never learned Sambo, it might be a moving Sambo he might not be able to get out of. You got what I'm saying? And that's what you need to do as a salesperson. You always keep reading. Positive thinking also, because it goes hand in hand with becoming a great salesman and becoming a great person, period. All right? Everything about positive thinking and moving forward in life and creating the best person that you could possibly be, that's what you do. All right. Whew. Signing off. 1 million subscribers.